Are we here? Are we alive? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio. There we go. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world. Hi, Lumi here, and welcome back to more Elden Ring, where last time we finally defeated our deadliest foe yet, Melania, the goddess of rot. And we also explored the Frenzied Flame prescription and learnt a ton of mind-blowing lore. We did not inherit the Frenzied Flame, but I did, actually look up the stuff about it off-stream, so I'll talk to you all about that a little bit when we boot up our save file. But now we have basically done everything we can do before burning the Erdtree. I mean, you can still go to Miquella's Halig Tree after burning the Erdtree, but I wanted to, save that event for its own kind of stream, its own big moment once we were done with everything else I wanted to get done. And now that we have all of that out of the way, it is time to finally set that Erdtree aflame so that we can actually go into it and mend the Elden Ring, which would be the end of the main game, but I can see from my NPC questline guide here that there's 2 more major areas before the final boss, so that'll be very, very exciting. Welcome into stream, everyone. It's lovely to see you all around. Hope you're all doing all right. Hello to my amazing wife, Moon. Thank you so much for the 35 stream streak. And hello, Melissa. It's lovely to see you around as well. And thank you for the patties. Yeah, happy time zone. So before we actually go and set the Erdtree on fire, there are a couple of things that we can do. Firstly, there's a boss that we haven't done in Limgrave that I keep mentioning that we just haven't gotten around to doing, so I want to do that now. And also, we did find a secret passage that led back to the Deeproot Depths, and I think there's some items to find, so we're gonna check both of those out, and then we will get started with the main event of the stream. Did I say Lurkers, VOD Watchers? Hope you're all having a good one as well, if I didn't. As for how I'm doing, I am doing pretty okay, I would say. I am pretty groggy. I think groggy is the way I would put it. So I did technically sleep well, and I did rest well, and in fact I had a very nice day. I was up and active, I was outside, got a lot of sunlight, got some exercise and all that, but despite all of that, I'm still feeling a little bit groggy. So my vision is just a teensy tiny bit blurred, so if it takes me a while to just read chat messages or item descriptions and whatnot, I know my brain is pretty slow normally, but it's at half of that capacity at the moment, so we'll see how things go. We'll take things slow, obviously, and hopefully have a lovely time with some Elden Ring here tonight. Alex says, I'm curious to see how you handle the remainder of the story progression. Yeah, I think the idea was always to stop right before the final boss of the base game, but I want to actually see, what happens in the story, once we set the Erdtree on fire, so we're gonna have to see all the implications of that. Welcome in, everyone. Happy time zone. It's 1:07 a.m. here and 9 a.m. here. Well, good morning to both Moon and Melissa. Alright, let's get started. Wait, why is my cat in my room? My cat just made it into my room. Hang on. I don't normally let my cat into my room when I stream because he walks on the keyboard. Let me quickly deal with that. Give me a second. Alright, and I am back. Sorry about that. I have no idea how he snuck in there. He was such a sneaky little kitty, yeah. Love my cat, but I don't typically let him in my room when I'm streaming just because, I don't want him to, jump on my keyboard and, accidentally press some buttons. Because he very much is that type of cat to do that stuff. Anyway. Okay, I think I've yapped enough. Let's just boot up our save file and keep going. So yeah, let's check out this section of Deeproot Depths first. We will do the Hero's Grave that's in Limgrave that requires 2 Stone Sword keys to do, and then we will go to the Forge of the Giants. Alright, yeah, so we found this hidden path here to the deep-root depths from the Frenzied Flame prescription, and we're gonna check this out now. Didn't expect underground. Try horseback battle. I can't take this. Oh, I can't take this. Alright, yes, and I did look up the dialogue from the Three Fingers, if you do go and meet them and inherit the Frenzied Flame, and it's quite significant, actually. So I'm glad that I looked that up, since we have not inherited the Frenzied Flame, and we don't really intend to, you know, aside from getting all Steam achievements. Because, yeah, I definitely don't want to do Frenzied Flame as my first ending, that's for certain. Bug ahead, so to speak. Seek ranged battle. Oh, I see. For a moment I thought, like, wait, Scarab? But I did not hear Scarab, so... Well, let's just quickly zap them out of existence. Perfect. A nice Newman's Rune and a Rune Arc. So just quickly to spew out what you learn by meeting the Three Fingers. Basically, apparently, all of existence began as the One Great, you know, like, kind of like the Primordial Crucible where everything was all one. And then the Greater Will decided to shatter that, and thus, you know, sprang life and, souls and fractures and all of that. And basically, the One Great, you know, the outer god that, you know, sent the Three Fingers as its envoy, wants everything to return back to the One Great because of all of the suffering and division society has made and whatnot. Basically, you know the drill. Like, if you've experienced enough fiction in your life, you kind of get it. It's like, oh, okay, things suck. Let's go back to being one great thing, one great blob again together so we won't suffer anymore. Spew out, like the Frenzied Flame, exactly. And it's kind of implied that the Greater Will borrowed the Frenzied Flame in order to break the One Great. Because Hyetta, or the Three Fingers, but you know, the Three Fingers speaking through Hyetta say, like, we will return what was borrowed, or whatever. First off right, and then try left. Okay. Just want to check along here. Try here! Look carefully ahead. Some people believe that the Three Fingers are not a reliable narrator. Yeah, because after all, they are not the One Great. The One Great doesn't exist anymore, really. And also, hey ma'am, it's lovely to see you around. I'm also pretty tired, so can relate. But yeah, like, Frenzied Flame isn't necessarily about being a nihilist per se, it's more about basically pressing the restart button on the world, and just hoping things go better next time. Which, I mean, now that I say that out loud, that is pretty nihilistic. I want to go home, oh I want to go home, I want to go home. Right now we're doing a little detour because we found this section here from a hidden wall. Jump attack! Yeah, I don't need to though. Sorry if there's any like background noise. Neighborhood dogs are... Ooh, oh, I'm dead. The neighborhood dogs distracted me because they are barking like crazy at this hour. But I'm not too bothered by that. Yee! Alright, well, let's try that again. Let's press the restart button on that and try that again. Three Fingers style. Alright. My runes are all the way over there, so it shouldn't be too bad to get them back. That is unless I fall off of here again. Look, I've been playing a bunch of Monster Hunter lately. Monster Hunter doesn't have fall damage. Or Rise doesn't, at least. I don't think any of them do, really. So I need to get used to this whole gravity thing having consequences. I can't just use wire bugs to navigate around. And yeah, once we're done here, we're gonna go back to Limgrave, and we're gonna do the Hero's Grave that I missed. Because I'm pretty sure I've done every single boss in the game up until now. Aside from that one. Which I think is just like a generic tree spirit boss. Okay, let's try this again. Go Formic Rock. Stay calm ahead. There's a bunch of, like, extra goodies here. Luckily, Monhun's never had fall damage, at least to my knowledge. Yeah, because otherwise I would cart a whole bunch to that instead of the actual monsters. I guess I can just drop from here as well. Please don't slide off Tarnished. Thank you very much. Okay, wait, oh, praise the down, I see. I'm just gonna jump across here. No, I missed it. Ugh. Alright, yeah, just gotta start off stream by inflating the death count a little bit. Just a little bit. A pain. I tried to get a running start, but I didn't get it actually going, because I just did a regular jump. Oh, also, I guess another thing to mention, like, summer's really starting to kick in here. The temperature's getting ridiculously hot. I do have, like, a bunch of coolers on and whatnot, and I am still melting right now. And not in a good way. You know, not like melting in the nice way that, you know, like an ice cream melts and, you know, you try to slurp it all up and it's, you know, it's that's nice, cold goodness. No, this is just like my brain. My brain is not only operating at half capacity today, but it is also on fire. That's how I would put it. So I'm expecting many more falling deaths this stream. There's definitely an easier way to get that item instead of doing that jump. Oh, please. Please, my heart, my soul, my dark soul. It can't handle this. Okay, and I think we just drop from here now? Yep. See? It's just that easy. We get some extra goodies. Please, 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 please. Oh my goodness, I nearly slipped. Platforming is so scary. I mean, to be fair, we did just do like one of the hardest platforming sections at the prescription of Frenzied Flame in order to get all of the items. Speaking of which, were there any item descriptions I missed from last time? Doesn't look like it. No, I've been pretty thorough with that. It's just sometimes I might forget one, if I get caught up in something else. I want to go home. Jump attack ahead. Let's see. Do you get the deaths from last time? What do you mean by that, ma'am? I have been counting all of the deaths. Yeah, there weren't a ton of deaths last stream. There were only like 3. I'm pretty sure, no, there was only like 5 or 3. There was like, it was very minimal. It was very, very, very minimal. Sniping spot, Seeklath. Like, either with these streams we have like 30 plus deaths, or we have like 5. And there's no in between. Sometimes we've had deathless streams, which have been, you know, like a nice confidence booster, but If you wanted the exact number of how many times I died to Melania, I'd say like over 30. Well over 30. Like maybe 40 or 50? Something like that. So pretty much the most I've ever died to a Souls boss. I'd said something about updating the counter towards the end, probably misremembering. I don't think so. Now I'm trying to remember what I said, so... Well, I think I got everything. Yeah, I don't remember that either. I think I was making a joke about how, like, whenever there's a platforming section, I like to sometimes say, I'm just gonna preemptively add, like, a death to the counter. I don't actually do that, because then it makes... I have to remember to, like, remove it if I don't actually die, or to not press the death button if I, like, do die. But look, if I was funny, if I was a funny streamer, then I would do that. I would just preemptively add one whenever there's platforming. Can't believe that doesn't one-shot. If I two-handed my talisman, that would work. Or, no, they're not called talismans, they're sacred seals in this game. Are you ready? Visions of warmth. It's nice to start stream with just like a bit of light exploration before we like get into major story stuff. It's like hopefully all the neighbors and dogs will settle down by then. Right, so we did get everything along there. I don't think there's any major items here. I did check, I think. It's just minor goodies, but like, it's goodies nonetheless. So I will be partaking in as much of them as I can get. More runes for me to collect and then never use. Time for taking on all at once. No, that's reckless. This doesn't actually lead to anything, does it? Listen, I'm memory, not rememory. That is okay, I have pretty bad memory as well. And like troubles with retaining information. You're totally fine. I could throw Black Flame at them if I wanted to. Is there like any side paths to drop down to? Technically, maybe, yeah. But you would die from it. Oh, you can go there. I think I'm starting to recognize where we are now. I mean, obviously this is Deep Depths, but like, we're in the, like, kind of entrance area of the Deep Root Depths. Would this be an item? Like right over to the Valiant Gargoyles entrance? Yeah. Oh god, look, pack ahead. Thank goodness for Lightning Spear. Thank goodness Lightning Spear's actually good. There we go, that's that group done. Alright. Oh, yeah, there is an item up there. Dung ahead, keep moving, dung ahead. What if lightning were good? Like, really, really good. And then you get yourself Elden Ring. Where, so far, I've been, like, really enjoying Lightning Spear. Fingers ahead. I guess arrows are fingers if you want to think about it in an abstract manner. No jumping ahead. Erdtree ahead. The wary of message, so to speak, crowd oh crowd. Oh, is it... Cemetery ahead. First off message. Seek message. Okay, it's just a bunch of gags all in a row. I think that's everything now. Great tranquility. Yeah, because doesn't this just lead to the regular path now? I think that's everything. Because yeah, if I check on the map, then... Oh no, this seems to... I don't remember. It's been a while since we were at Deeper Depths. I recognize that path there. Let me just hop off here. Boop. Yeah, no, that seems to be everything. The branches marked on the map, just a straight line. Yeah, exactly. Because then doesn't this lead all the way... That's a dead end, I think. Oh wait, no, then you can drop onto that, and then you can go up there. And that's just Deep Root Depths as we know it, so... We've gotten everything then. Okay, cool. We can just head to the hero's grave, do that, and then go and bird the Erdtree. But of course, you know me, my silly self needs to double check everything here. Here's Grave and Limgrave, you said? Yeah, exactly. From the tutorial, like, cave. That requires 2 stone sword keys. Because I wasn't sure when we were gonna do it, and I'm like, we might as well just do it now. Probably over-leveled for it. Or maybe not, who knows. But I think you get an Erdtree's Favor talisman from it, so... And we just got an Erdtree's Favor talisman +1, so I think we'll be fine. Yeah, that seems to be everything here. The neighbors are being so noisy right now, it's also pissing me off. Pain. It's definitely tougher than is typical for Limgrave, but yeah. Okay. So we're all good then. Raise the friend. Great Waterfall Crest. Root facing cliffs. Yeah, so this is where we initially arrived here. I remember now, then we went all the way across, and we ended up here. Yeah, okay. So that's everything done there now, I think. Alright, time to head back to where it all began, with the Cave of Knowledge? Stranded Graveyard? I don't remember which one. Or, actually, I'll just take the first step, and then go back from there. Stranded? Okay. Well, I've already fast traveled, so I guess I'll walk back. Or run back in this case. Because if I remember correctly, wasn't the Stone Sword key part, like, basically right at the end? Go, there's no secret here. Is there? I don't think there is, since it's the very start of the game. Yeah. Oh yeah, here we are. Okay. And then did I need a second one? Wasn't there a second one, or am I misremembering? Was that later on? This is where we... Yeah! Strand Graveyard! Oh my goodness. Where everything began. Kind of cool that we're coming back here now. I think it's a pretty appropriate time, really, just like thematically. Because we are nearing the end game of the base game. Since you expressed interest in Dex Arc for a new run, Bandit is one of the better qualified classes to take on this dungeon ASAP. Okay. And I'm guess obviously then like taking Stone Sword Keys as your starting gift. And I guess, I mean, it doesn't take too long to get the Uchigatana if you know what you're doing. Do I want to equip Poison Talisman for this? Yeah, I do. Yes, I do, actually. If we're gonna be traversing this. Find 2 is easy, yeah. Looking for my immunity charms. You can tell I'm tired because I'm scrolling past it. Where is it? Where's my horns? There we go. I just want... Is it immunity? Yeah, it's immunity. Oh, and we also have Flame Cleanse Me. We can just pop that. Okay. So with the immunity charm and Flame Cleanse Me, I won't have to, like, cure my poison as often. Behold safety. This is just like most heroes' graves, then. It's gonna be a lot of suffering. Pull out the carriages or whatever. Didn't expect pursuit. Oh, hi. Yeah, I see. Turn back! Wait, let me grab the item. There we go. Now we back off, and I'll wait for it to turn around, and then I'll just make mad sprint. Fringe Folk Heroes Grave. Yep, here we are now. Oh wait, I have Lightning Spear. Sometimes I forget that. My build has access to range. That's pretty nice. Didn't expect a cramped area. Oh, ow. Oh no! I'm fine. I was kind of curious about dropping down here anyway. Because it seems like dropping down here is just kind of like a shortcut ahead. I want to make sure I'm not, like, missing anything. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, okay. It's just a little shortcut. Yippee! Is there anything with that statue there? I'm assuming that's just decorative. I'll take a hit here. Oh. Nope. No hit needed. Oh, if it comes back though, right. Why must you be like this? I'm getting hit. Unless... no. Okay. Oh wow, that's barely anything. I mean, yeah, to be fair, this is like pretty early game stuff. Presumably. I mean, like, you could do this with like a base level character. Without a doubt. This is recommending try down? Oh yeah, because there is actually a platform there. Okay, sure, I'll try that. Oh, I nearly slipped. Hi, imps. Oh boy. I see what we're dealing with now. Like, even though I'm not really taking much damage, I still can't really take everything lightly here. Oh. Because slowly, they are chipping away at my health. No hidden wall there. Alright, let's go this way. And then I think after this we've done like every dungeon in the base game, I think. Or like every minor dungeon, because then We have, like, I think 2 more big dungeons, and that's the end of the base game. I don't think it's really a spoiler at that point to confirm yes or no, since, like, it definitely feels we're nearing the end of the base game. Enemy ahead. They wave up, by the way, group. Where? Where are they? I'm trying target lock, but I do not see them. Unless it's like, oh, there! Is that a grafted scion? Can't really tell. Alright, before I go that way, I just want to check the other path. Thank you for the patties, Kaz. I really do appreciate it. Also, I did want to mention, but just in general, like this isn't anyone being in trouble or anything, but I do want to make things nice and cozy here, so we have no need to be like passive aggressive to people or get into arguments or whatever. I just want to have a nice and cozy space. And I'm bad with words. That's all I really just wanted to say. But, like, no one's done anything wrong, no one's getting banned or anything, no one has been banned, no major incidents have happened. I just wanted, like, a quick reminder for that, because the world is just, like, a scary and dark place, especially these days. And the last thing that I want is to be here live on Twitch and, like, having to deal with, like, stressful arguments or whatnot. I came over me last week. If Moon's still here, I'm sorry about that. It's totally fine. Like, obviously, I haven't banned you. You're still here. Like, you're fine for it, but Moon was definitely a little bit upset with that, because she hasn't played Bloodborne, I haven't played Bloodborne either, and neither of us actually know the lore of Bloodborne, so, like, her theory that Dark Souls 3, like, you know, could potentially connect to Elden Ring, is, like, the most reasonable thing that she could think of. And, like, honestly, out of all of the theories I've heard connecting Dark Souls to Elden Ring, that's one of, like, the more reasonable ones I've heard. I saw a video, like... Oh yeah, High Grafted Scion. I saw a video on my recommended talking about how, like, the Dreglord from the Night Rain DLC apparently connects Elden Ring to Dark Souls. I didn't click on the video. Because that's a theory I can't get behind unless you do a lot of, like, really big analysis. Or, like, find some big pieces of evidence. Oh yeah, there's 2 grafted scions here. But my strat for fighting them is just to go for the parry. Or just bait out this attack. Alright, that's delayed, because it's Elden Ring. Yay, Erdtree's favor! Wonder who that statue is of, Blea is of. Oh, well done. The childlike features almost make me want to say Mikola, but, like, I don't know, maybe it's just a generic statue? Or, like, Saint Trina, maybe? Who knows? Oh, left. Okay, where am I actually going, game? Or am I just backtracking here now? I think I am. Yeah, picking up the Erdtree's favorite talisman for early game honestly doesn't seem that bad. Be wary of Hull. I am planning on playing Bloodborne at some point. I think I've said that countless times, so just like repeating that because someone will always ask me, like, are you gonna play Bloodborne? Are you gonna play Sekiro? Yes, yes I will. And then once we're done with like the main FromSoft, like Soulsborne titles, either we get into Armored Core or we play the Kingsfield games or like Eternal Ring and all those like more niche FromSoft titles. Apparently rolling ahead there. Try jumping. I guess we can drop down there. Yeah, I see messages there, so that's not gonna kill me, right? Yeah. Big enemy. Behold lake. There should be an ulcerated tree spirit as the boss here, I believe. And I guess we'll find it, like, through this section. Be wary of liar. No down ahead. Well, who's lying? Who's telling the lies? Yeah, that's no down ahead. For certain. Kind of, please let me pull the lever. Please let me pull the lever. Yeah, it's a long way down. That's remembering how last stream we nearly did the whole thing without any fall deaths, and then of course at the Frenzied Flame prescription I just had to fucking check with the lift. I'm like, it looks like we could maybe go down there. Potentially. Like, I'm not here to be deathless or to do things perfectly. I think it's funny to just throw ourselves down a pit every now and again, just for the sake of testing. Time for revenge? Okay. Yo, Banished Knight! Okay, yeah, we're definitely way overpowered for this. Up ahead. Try bow. Time for revenge. Seek revenge in short range battle ahead. Okay. Oh! I see. I didn't time that correctly. Or, no, do I have to hit the strings? Or is that just people being silly? Nope. Oh, it's explosive. Okay, okay. So I don't have to get it perfectly. It might be easier with a bow. Never do this with spells. Yeah. Thanks, neighborhood dogs. They're really excited for me to destroy this chariot. It's kind of like trying to aim, like throwing pots without lock-on. You just kind of have to intuit it and just figure it out. It really just has to do with camera movement. Oh my god, please. Okay, just up a little more. Except, yeah, I need to actually get the timing. Okay, this should hit. Nope, my character's facing the wrong way. Please. Fuck you, stupid thing. Oh, I nearly fell. Gonna have to try that again. We got a stone sword key at least. Yeah, gonna have to reload the area. Why did I drop down? Thank you for the raid, the hidden donut. You've come in at an interesting time. Let me just get fast travel to Stranded Graveyard. Hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you up to? In fact, let me just sit down out here at this grace and we can chat for a little bit. We're not setting the Erdtree on fire just yet. We're doing a little bit of cleanup at the moment of a dungeon that I hadn't done at the beginning of the game. Oh, Death Hal, I hope you had a lovely time with that. If you're not following the Hidden Donut already, you can do so with the link there in chat and also the follow button at the top of chat. Thank you so much for bringing your community in here. I really do appreciate it. And also, welcome in Ominous Trout, thank you for the head pats, and welcome in Sharks Are Tasty. It's lovely to see you around as well. If you got a raid and run, totally understandable. If you got a raid and lurk, understandable as well. I know it's getting late in a lot of time zones and you might be exhausted after your stream. But thank you so much for raiding in regardless. I really do appreciate it. Just in case you're new here, hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, but I also dabbled in a bunch of other genres as well. Basically, whatever my current hyperfixation is. And we are here with a first-time blind 100% all bosses playthrough of Elden Ring, including the critically acclaimed Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. And we defeated Melania last time, we explored the Frenzied Flame prescription last time, we did not inherit the Frenzied Flame, in case people are wondering. But we will have to at some point for all Steam achievements. I won't make it my first ending, though, I don't think. And then... yeah, we are basically ready to set the Erdtree on fire at the Forge of the Giants, but before then we're just getting out of the way some little tasks that we hadn't done, including this dungeon that you have access to at the very start of the game that needs a stone sword key to enter. Yeah, Death Hal was fun, and had a nice little learning curve to adapt to. Nice. What genre is it, if I might ask? I was just trying to kill a chariot here, but I messed up my timing on letting the magic pots fall on top of it, so I just need to reload the area here, which we just did, and we're gonna give this another shot. It's grid-based combat deck builder. Ooh, I say. Well, deck building is definitely not my forte. Hang on. I thought I could iframe through that. I don't even know if you can. Just, it probably has so many active frames. But I mean, I do love grid-based games. I do love turn-based games. But deck builders, that's my weakness. That's my fatal weakness. My fatal flaw, even. I just need to go back here and be patient. Pictures itself as having a Souls-like mechanic, and after playing a bit, I understand why. Like respawning and picking your stuff up or whatever? Like a retrieval mechanic? Or that's what I think when I think of, like, a major feature of Souls titles. Unlike, you know, the checkpoints, of course. Drop a currency on death respawn outside the fight. Ah, I see. I guess we could actually just hit these from here. No, we can't really hit the strings from that angle. Oh no, gotta wait for this and then head back. Oh, roll! I got it! Alright, now I just have to wait. Oh, we never went across this bridge here. We originally did the drop down. So I'm probably gonna take a hit here and I might die, but... Nope. Tanking that hit like a champ. I hop back and retrieve it, but enemies pick it up to get a damage buff, so it's risky. Ooh, I see. You're just gonna camp that? Really? Now come over here. Okay, got him. Boss ahead? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we just went through an alternate path. Actually, should probably go through that alternate path again so we can destroy this. First of all, therefore, visions of bug. But, like, I can't help the fact that I'm a curious spirit, and I want to look around. No, let me try and hop down that hole again. I hear the chariot coming, though. It's coming for me! Oh, hi there. Okay, just need to go over here. And bunga bunga. Nice. I can drop down there again. Don't really know why. I do need to lurk to prepare for bed, but I'll be vibing while you explore. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get to main story stuff in just a moment. I just thought to myself, there were a couple of minor things that I had missed, and I wanted to quickly go and do them, including this dungeon. And some extra exploration of the deeper depths, because of the hidden wall at the Frenzied Flame prescription. Is that just a death fall if you drop down there? I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for trusting your community with me. I always do appreciate it. But don't worry, we'll be utilizing flames ourselves to set that Erdtree on fire. Although, we do need to acquire the Rune of Death first, I think, right? Because the thorns guarding the Erdtree are impenetrable without the power of the Rune of Death, and the current holder of the Rune of Death is Malekith the Blackblade. Also, in case you're coming in here, you're wondering how I know all of that, it's because I read all the item descriptions, and we have done every single quest line in the game. So, if you're a big lore nerd for Elden Ring, this is a very lore-centric playthrough, I would say. Yeah, so if we just go through this path again, we should be able to do the... No, okay. Thank goodness the grafted scions don't respawn. But that's also why, like, no spoilers for lore is, like, the first thing mentioned in the pin message. Because if it's information that I wouldn't have access to at this point in the game, then it's a spoiler. I saw someone on the Fexture Life wiki complaining that the item description of Melania's Remembrance talks about how Melania and Mikla are children of the same god, and like someone was like, that's a spoiler, and it's like, no, if you've been paying attention to the story, you would uncover the fact that, you know, Radagon is Marika through the Royal Capital questline with Corrin. Hello, Lanzy. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Coming in for a landing. I hope you had a wonderful time with your stream, and welcome in Shadow Princess as well. Let me quickly get some shoutouts here. Hope you had a wonderful time with Minecraft. If you're not following Lanzy already, you can follow her with the link in chat and the follow button at the top of chat. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for trusting your community with me. And if you need to raid and run or raid and lurk, that is totally understandable. Please take care of yourself, especially since it is a weekday after all. But yes, thank you so much for being here. I do hope you had a wonderful time with Minecraft. I did have a good time. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, definitely self-care, definitely take care of yourself. Because Lanzy does big, long streams of Minecraft and also tabletop games. So definitely do check her out if you're into those sorts of stuff. She's very, very good at them. And does modded Minecraft and whatnot. I'm too tiny brain for vanilla Minecraft. Started my geothermal plant. I did some automation tweaks in my existing farm. So yeah, if you're looking for big brain stuff, especially modded Minecraft stuff, definitely go check out Lanzy. Welcome in here, in case you're new to the channel. Hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, but I also like to play other genres based on whatever is my current hyperfixation at the time. And we are here with a, let me say the mouthful again, first time blind 100% all bosses playthrough of Elden Ring, including the critically acclaimed DLC expansion Shadow of the Erdtree. And we're about to continue with some big main story stuff, but we did miss this dungeon at the very, very start of the game in Limgrave. It is the only boss that we're missing from Limgrave, so I thought we might as well get this one out of the way before we progress the story. So I'm actually just going to equip a bow here to make my life easier, because we are trying to destroy this very annoying chariot that's presumably going to drop some things. Where are bows? Here are bows. Just a good old longbow will do, thank you. I don't remember the controls for bows, so let me figure this out. Alright. Then it's just R1 to fire. Or R2, depending on what arrow I want to use. I guess I could also just line it up like this, and then just, yeah. Because I think if I shoot now... No, okay, never mind. But that is... Just wait until this one appears here, and then wait. Okay, now. I missed. Get that pixel perfect. Nope, I missed it again. Take revenge, range battle ahead, time for bow, time for revenge, up ahead, I know, I'm just trying to figure out the shot. I wish you could just lock onto the strings, that would make it so much easier. Nope. No, that was a complete and utter failure. Lancy says, I need to invite you to the world. Not a ton of mods, any of my friends are allowed on whenever. I'm personally not really good with, like, modded Minecraft or just Minecraft in general. So if you would be okay with me, like, being very seasonal and maybe hopping on, like, once a month or something, then I can do that. Oh my gosh, this is painful. Please. I nearly got it. Ugh, let me just reload and try that again. It's absolutely fine, yeah. It's like... I'm just not good with Minecraft in general. I've never actually, like, completed Minecraft or, like, explored all the content in vanilla. So when you add a bunch of mods onto it, it just becomes too overstimulating for me. Like, I generally don't play modded games. I just, like, stick to the vanilla experience, and I'm like... If I want, like, factory stuff in Minecraft, then I would just, like, play a dedicated factory game. That's just how I am, personally. I think the most modded I've ever played a game is just Dark Souls 1 randomizer. Or if it's, like, a quality of life mod that, like, fixes something in the game. Because I'm tiny brain. I should not say that, though, because then people start repeating it as a joke, and then I get upset. But I'm a pretty, like, easily overstimulated person. The simpler a game, the better for me, really. Alright, just gotta wait for this again. Oh wait, no, wait for it now. I swear, once we are done destroying this chariot, we can explore the rest of the dungeon and actually do the boss here, which we will definitely delete since we're quite over-leveled for this dungeon. Really, we should have done this dungeon before finishing Limgrave, but it just kind of slipped my mind. So I'm like, alright, fuck it, we'll just do this dungeon now. Bonk. There we go. Liar head. Hidden path ahead. No, it never is. Well, sometimes. Sometimes there actually is a hidden path ahead, other times there's not. I don't know why I'm killing these enemies again, but... Oh, I guess because I can get A smithing stone 1-drop. Yeah, very important. Very valuable for me right now. That's a joke. They're not valuable to me anymore, since I can just purchase them. Okay. Go here, and then we drop down here. And I just gotta get the stuff with the bow all figured out. Yeah, you can tell I don't use bows in Souls games. Or just like in most games, period. You played on the first lands, the SMP, I think that might have been more modded, which was way more mod heavy than this pack. Yeah, the Create mod, although it did do a good job explaining how to do stuff in the Create mod, it was definitely overwhelming. I did like the backpacks, though. I remembered that being just, like, convenient, since storage is one of the things that kind of annoys me the most in most, survival crafting games. One survival crafting game we did actually play on the channel for a little bit of time was Medieval Dynasty. And it just has an option in the game to give yourself an unlimited inventory, and so I just did that because there's nothing more unfun to me than grabbing like 3 things and then having to backtrack all the way back home and drop them off and then repeat that over and over. If I wanted that kind of tedium, I'd just go outside. Alright. So I think, yeah, if I just position my camera exactly right, and then I go out of this view. Alright. No, I missed. Please, oh my god, I hate this so much. Can I just use Margit Shackle and destroy it or something? Nope, that missed. That missed as well. And go a bit over to the right. Shackle only worked because of the tower puzzle. That was me just coping. Yeah, okay, so like when I hear it turn and start moving, I think is when I'm gonna shoot. I hate this so much. Like once it reaches this end, and then turns around. Oh, I missed it. Oh. Does anyone have any recommendations on how to make this less of a pain? Or is it really just a timing thing? Because if there's a reward for destroying it, then I will do it. Wondering, could I... No, I could not land a shot from there. Fire arrow as soon as you hear the thunk of it stopping. Okay. Yeah, because then that accounts for our travel time, and then it falling to the ground, and then it detonating. That makes sense. I was genuinely just about to, like, look it up and see what people recommended for, like, timing it or doing it. I know that, like, Samurai starts with a bow. So doing this dungeon with Samurai also isn't, like, a bad idea. I think if I'm fast enough, I can get this. Oop. Ooh, I'm dead. There we go, there's another one to the counter that's just falling. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna go back, get my runes, and we'll try to shoot it one more time. If I don't get it, then we'll just take a stretch and hydrate break. Alright, stranded graveyard, we go this way. So funny that, like I can remove my poison charm, I don't need it, since it's just this one section that has poison. If only I had a horse. It'd be great if Tarnt were here. And now we can just drop down this way as a little time save. Look, Ma, I'm learning how to speedrun. Kind of. Thank you, neighborhood dogs, for barking. Your input's always appreciated. I also kind of hoped by spending this first, like, hour or so of stream by doing nothing that, like, my neighbors and whatnot would all quieten down by the time we actually get to anything important. Okay, let's do this again. Alright, also, Elden Ring did actually have an update today on Steam. It's just a security update, though, because, like, Unity vulnerabilities or something. That stuff, like, came out in October, though. But it doesn't apply to the main game. Apparently it just applies to, like, the, like, deluxe edition stuff of, like, the art book and the music player, whatever, because those are, like, separate programs. And obviously this game wasn't made in Unity. And I think Night Rain got that same update, because they both had queued updates at the same time, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing, From Software? Okay, I'll just wait until I hear it thunk here. I hate you so much. It's fine. Holy shit, finally. Erdtree, Great Bow, and Great Arrows. Oh my goodness, finally. That was worth it, I would say. Because Erdtree Bow is cool. We'll check out its item description in a bit. But now we can actually explore the dungeon without having to flee for our lives non-stop. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Thank you for the timing tip. That made it so much easier. Alright, so we did, like, we came up here briefly and then I turned around. Thankfully we can just one-shot all of the Exile Knight Phantoms. And when the enemies are doing this little damage, Taker's cameo is actually, like, healing us to full. Ooh. Hi there. Try Trap. Is there a trap in this room? Try Sentry. I did it! I won! Dragon Communion Seal. Ooh! On. I guess you could, like, lure it out here and just kill it with the chariot. Some people leave the chariot active to bait this guy into it. Yeah! It's a nice strat. I've always been an enjoyer of, like, using the traps against your enemies in Souls games. It's, it do be fun. Alright, with that all out of the way, it should just be the boss ahead according to that player message around this area. Although, a few more enemies to kill. I can't take this. That doesn't actually lead to anything if I drop there though, right? No. I already know what the boss is here. It's gonna show up right here, right? Right. Oh, no. Through there. Very funny that I ended my sentence with right, and the player message immediately said right. Yeah, I wonder which direction I have to go. Right, to make this more interesting, let's just kill it with Black Flame. Because if I hit Ordovis's Vortex, it's just fucking dead. Oh, I might be dead. No, what am I saying? This is a weak enemy, considering our level. I need the night range for swing sound. It helps me time my dodge better. Oh yeah, look at that charge, Black Flame. There we go. We got Golden Seed and Banished Knight Oleg. The whole beast. In short, if only had a projectile weapon. There we go. So that is every boss in Limgrave done. Hey, Franium. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, we didn't do this boss here, until now. We just got that done. I did want to briefly double check though. Because there was that one drop down that I could do. I don't know if that actually led to anything. Hang on, I'll just check for myself and then warp back to the Grace. And then we'll read out item descriptions, we'll take a stretch and hydrate break, and then when we come back from that break, we will do what the stream title says, and we will go to the Forge of Giants and set the Erdtree aflame. But yeah, my feeling is that it doesn't do anything because we still need the power of the Rune of Death to actually burn the thorn, so I guess it'll just be engulfed in flame and it'll just keep burning and nothing will happen until we do something about it. I don't know. Now I could miss this boss all tucked away in the starting grave. I mean, I did notice the stone sword key, and I did say to myself, like, oh, we'll come back here later. I just never found time to come back to it later. I really should have done it before the end of Limgrave. I just thought that it would be scaled for, like, later game. But apparently no, this is just Limgrave scaling. Yeah, I want to drop down here. Because this seems to, like, take you to a later pot? Yeah. Didn't expect beautiful. I can't take this. So if you want to, like, rush to the boss, then this is the path that you take. If you don't care for the loot. Because, yeah, then that leads directly to the boss, which, I mean, I guess I'll just run down there and... I could fast travel, but I'm too lazy. Actually, there is another thing that we could get. There was a point I marked with a marker on my map in Limgrave where I could use a stone sword key. It is where you fight your first mariner, or where you, like, meet D for the first time. I guess I could go and grab that. It's just a, what is it, an emerald amber talisman or whatever? Like the The one for stamina. So I might as well do that. Because I am trying to collect all items. Yeah, let me do that. Summon more to village outskirts. We're just quickly nicking some things off the checklist. Yeah, so I marked this because during the early game, Stone Sword keys are pretty valuable to me. Now we just have so many of them that I'm like, alright, let's just use them all. Just have to find where the basement was again. I do be nostalgic for Limgrave, so, you know, it kind of is cute that we're coming back here before moving on to more endgame stuff. More so than any Souls game I've played, Elden Ring truly does feel like an adventure. Like, damn, I miss the Limgrave days. Look at all these dogs. There we go. Oh, Green Turtle Talisman, there we go. I thought it was the Amber Talisman, but no, Green Turtle. So yeah, that is unique. I never picked up any of those before. Let me remove that marker there. Kill a turtle in my 1k hours in this game. Good. You can get turtlenecks elsewhere. Alright, yeah, now let's just fast travel to the Fire Giant Grace. We'll read out item descriptions, we'll take a break, and then we'll go up to the Forge for real. Starting with the Green Turtle Talisman. A talisman in the shape of a green turtle raises stamina recovery speed. Turtles are known as a nutritious ingredient, symbolic of inexhaustible power. However, those who hold turtles to be wise creatures consider the practice of eating their meat to be barbarous. Or barbarous. Exactly. Even the lore agrees with Euphranium. You gotta be wise. You gotta not eat them. Especially not Muriel. We love Muriel. Alright. And then we have Banished Knight Oleg. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirit of Oleg, the Banished Knight. One of the two knights known as the Wings of the Storm. After his banishment, he attracted the notice of the grace-given Lord, and later, having slain 100 traitors as the Lord's hand, Oleg earned the hero's honor of Erdtree burial. The grace-given Lord would be Godfrey, in this case. Actually, no, the grace-given Lord would be Morgott, right? Or maybe I was right the first time. Yeah, because Morgott is often referred to as the Grace Given, and I mean, it makes sense considering that, you know, he's an omen. It just confuses me because Godfrey was given grace at one point, and then had it taken away, and then had it given to him again, I think. You know, being the first Elden Lord and all. Nothing to do with personal wisdom. Exactly. Alright, that's cool. And then Dragon Communion Seal. Formless Drake Blood Seal with a Dragon Communion crest. Enhances Dragon Communion incantations. The sacrificial devouring of the heart gives power. Indeed, Dragon Communion is too primal in nature for the term incantation to be appropriate. This seal scales incantations with one's arcane attribute. And that it does. A C in Arcane and a D in Faith boost Dragon Communion incantations. But yep, if you're focusing on those primarily, then this is your sacred seal. Nice. And then the Erdtree Greatbow. Greatbow featuring Erdtree styling. In times of old, when faith and battle went hand in hand, this weapon was created in tandem with the Golden Great Arrow. Scales all arrow damage with faith, revealing its true worth when used with wholly infused arrows. And the skill is through and through, which is, you know, just pretty standard stuff. Yeah, it's not infusible. But yeah, it does have that faith scaling, and does a bit of holy damage, as you can see. Alright. Well, yeah, I'm glad to have this, because it's a very cool looking bow, even if I'm not going to use it. Alright, and then our final thing to look at before we take our break is the Erdtree's Favor. A talisman depicting a special blessing of the Erdtree, slightly raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. It is said that when the age of the Erdtree began, such blessings were personally bestowed upon their recipients by Queen Marika herself. We've already read that description before because we do have an Erdtree's Favor +1 talisman, but it's nice to revisit the information anyway. Before Marika was imprisoned in the Erdtree for her crimes. Alright. Maybe I will use the Green Turtle Talisman. No, I'm okay with the Taker's cameo still. It's fine. Let's just sit down at this grace and, yeah, we'll take our first break of the stream. No need for level ups or anything. We already fought the Fire Giant before, we just didn't go up to the Forge just yet. Premium says I'm trying to get my time down for the DLC so I can do the main game and DLC when I do the relay with Mooney. Ooh! That sounds exciting. You know, maybe in like 50 years time, Frenium, when I'm done with my first playthrough, maybe I too will be able to participate in Elden Ring events. Princess, I should probably practice for that. Or try to play whatever cuts down my time the most, or just pick a fun/funny weapon. What's the Hey Moon? I know you've been here, you've just been lurking, but it's still lovely to see you still. Alright, yes, I'm gonna go for my first stretch and hydrate break. I will see you all in a couple minutes, and yes, we will actually be doing main story progression after the break. Hope you're all looking forward to it. Hope you're all excited to commit blasphemy with me. Together! Oh, okay, not that kind of blasphemy, but you know, burning the Erdtree. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Alright, I'll see you all in a little bit. Please take care of yourselves, everyone, and see you all after a short little break. Catch you then. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Finally, we can actually make some main story progress here in Elden Ring, but before then I just want to quickly catch up on chat. And also thank you again to both the Hidden Donut and Lanzy for the raids earlier. They are still very much appreciated, as always. Renium saying don't stress about too much with Mooney, just something you're comfortable with, if that's resetting for a Black Knight weapon or just ratting to try for them after you get the Gold Serpent Ring. Yeah. Moon says I'll pick something fun and unconventional, not really a serious speedrunner at all. That's all good, as long as you're comfortable killing all 26 bosses with it. Don't know if I'm gonna make them all one-shot runs, or we just do all the base games and then DLCs. Had to figure something out for Dark Souls because of the kiln trapping. Actually, speaking of, like, being trapped in the kiln, like, at the end of Dark Souls Remastered, there was a glitch that was found to get out of it, but, yes, DSR Gadget also does exist to just warp your character out of it to, not be forced into New Game Plus. I watched a video on the new glitch that was discovered. It was, it was something relating to, like, ladders and, like, storing coordinates and whatnot. It was weird. It was cool. Solution is far too technically demanding for me to ever do. Yeah, it's just like a neat little thing that I don't think anyone would ever really bother doing, because DSR Gadget exists. Also, hey Julie, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Maxwell and I were hanging out. I'm glad to hear it. Really watched a video about it too. It was very cool, not something I'd ever ask of someone else. Yeah, exactly. There are some glitches where it's like, okay, cool to know that this is theoretically possible, but not much reason to force yourself to do it when, you know, I've said this a bunch of times already, but DSR Gadget exists. Alright, yes, time for main story progress. Time to set the Erdtree aflame, which means using Melina as kindling, because we have not inherited the Frenzied Flame. I'm sorry, Shabriri, but, fuck you and your nihilistic plans, and fuck the One Great, and fuck Hyetta, and all of that. We're going without it. But for the sake of all Steam achievements, when I duplicate my save file at the very end of the game, we can quickly go and grab the Frenzied Flame and get that ending. Have you used a third-party thing for Dark Souls that for mods like randomizers? Yeah. Alright, let's get going. Behold fire! Gotta make sure not to fall off now. Forge of the Giants, here we are. Okay, are we just going to the mass in the middle there? I'm gonna quickly take a look around. So there's a player message over there, at the very least. Neighborhood dogs will not stop barking. I'm so sorry for the background noise. I'm incredibly annoyed with it myself. Okay, talk to Melina.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair and death. Indiscriminate. Are you prepared to commit a cardinal sin? Very well. Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment. Erdtree, you shall burn. Burn for the sake of the new Lord. Thank you for guiding me here. The one who walks alongside Flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Goodbye.
And here we are. Goodbye to Melina. She fulfilled her purpose. And if I pull up the map... Yeah, I knew we would be coming to this place. It looked too prominent on the map, and we could see the storm in the distance. Rumbling Fire Missoula. Here we are. Very, very gorgeous. This is a place that's been teased to us through multiple item descriptions. Now we actually get to be here. Raise the fire. Suffering, oh suffering. Well, we got the smithing stone we needed to help max that out Nagakiba now, I believe. So we need to proceed along here until we get to the first grace, and then after that we need to travel to the Round Table Halls for questline stuff. This place will mess with your Azula alum Ablongata. Alright, let's drop down here. Behold, I can't take this. Oh, lover, why is it always death? There we go. Rumbling Fire Missoula. Are you ready? I am. Ready to find a grace. Seek death. First off, jumping. Ah, tranquility. Yeah, hear the beastmen. Likely death. Since I'm a stranger to this place, I assume that they would just attack me on sight anyway. Oh no, they're too busy feasting on bodies. Never mind, I stand corrected. Aside from you. I got into your aggro range. message. Be wary of left. Be wary of left. Okay. I gotta look at the description of Sanctuary Stone again, because I'm pretty sure it mentions this place, albeit vaguely. I'm gonna die if I go down there. Crystal Hero, don't give up. I won't. Okay, oh, there we go. There's the summoning pool active, and here's our first grace. That's a play on medulla oblongata, which is the brain center that controls anger. Oh, the more you know. Thank you, Franium. Ugh, yeah, no more Melina. I miss her already. I just catching up on chat here real quick. Franium says Frenzied Flame, I believe, is the second lost achievement I got. Moon explains that DSR gadget is fun to tinker with, also helps try builds in advance if you want to set a future save up for something, you're curious on something you've never used. Yeah. Does bail you out if you accidentally end the game? No, but you can warp out if you're in the kiln without selecting an ending. Yeah, and I think if you go back into the kiln, it would give you the Dark Lord ending. Graham says, otherwise, if I split you, just do everything except Gwyn and the DLC, and then Gwyn and the DLC. Place splitting won't be necessary, I just need to find a Demon Souls player. Moon says my usual order is, yeah, everything base game, DLC, and then Gwyn, that's how I do it as well. Yeah, and that's also the order that we're going to be doing Elden Ring here. So basically, all of the base game except for the final boss, then the DLC, and then the final boss. So we get to do this entire dungeon as a treat. Yeah, let me revisit this item description of Sanctuary Stone. A rare piece of stone fragment found near places where ruins have fallen from the sky. Material used for crafting items. It feeds and strengthens the light as it shines. So yeah, it does specifically mention ruins in the sky, and of course, yeah, it's crumbling Farum Azula. I said we had a bunch of other item descriptions talking about this place. One of them that I do definitely want to review was about, I think Miquella's Needle, but then also, oh my god, what was it? Smithing Stone. Right, the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, because it does mention this place by name. Where do upgrade materials go again? Here. Right, Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Just skipping through it a little bit, but yes. Smithing Stone made by polishing a golden gravel stone, a scale of the Ancient Dragon Lord, and hidden treasure of Farum Azula. And then the Ancient Dragon Lord's seat is said to lie beyond time. This stone lightly twists time, allowing the creation of a weapon capable of slaying a god. So, I guess I don't know what's going on in terms of time shenanigans here. We're still in the lands between technically, but we're technically in a different dimension almost, because this is beyond time, I think. If the Ancient Dragon Lord is here, though, obviously. Yeah, that is confusing to me. But it'll make sense as we play and keep reading more item descriptions and whatnot. Alright, yeah, just double checking these descriptions. And then I wanted to double check Miquella's Needle, which we don't actually need to use, thankfully, because we have not inherited the Frenzied Flame. Is it a key item? Am I blind? Am I scrolling or is it just a consumable? I gave you, like, I used the recently obtained items tab, so I don't actually know what a lot of things are properly categorized as. Yeah, Miquella's Needle. There it is. Just looking at the very bottom here. However, the needle is yet unfinished, can only be used in the heart of the storm beyond time, said to be found in Fair Missoula. Yeah, so we are, like, beyond time right now. So I guess maybe time isn't, like, progressing right now in the lands between while we're in this dimension? I don't know. Or maybe time's, like, progressing faster? Who knows? Did Miquella's Needle already? Yeah, we did the Erdtree and everything. That was last stream. We finished all of that. Alright. So yes, apparently, we need to go to the round table hold now for some dialogue. Yep, here we go. Never finished that quest, only started it once. Yeah, we finished Millicent's quest line. Yep, the round table is burnt as well. So apparently we just need to check in with everyone here. Starting with Enya.
You've done it, I see. What use do you have for me now? I am a finger reader. I will remain here until their dialogue ends and the fingers speak again. Do as you please. Take whatever course seems most worthy to you. Now you may go. You'd force this tired old crone to work, even now. Ah, harder taskmaster have I never met.
Alright, we don't have any, like, new stuff from her? No. We've looked at all the item descriptions of all of this here.
Now, go forth. Do what you believe is right.
I like that change of her leaving dialogue from let the words of the fingers guide you to, like, do as you see right.
Don't worry, my dear. I'll see it to the end with you, if it please. Don't worry, my dear. I'll see it to the end with you.
We love you, Enya. I like Millicent well after she stops trying to kill me. Right, yes, because she is an invasion in the Swamp of Aeonia.
Don't worry, I'll see it to the...
Alright. There's only 3 other people here in the round table hold. Gideon, Hugh, and Roderica. Yeah, hey Roderica.
Take a look around. The round table hold is burned, razed to the ground. Don't worry. I don't blame you. I'll continue spirit tuning just the same as before, which is why I need your help persuading Master Hugh to leave. His roots are so knotted in this place. He won't last much longer if he stays here. His shackles are broken. He's a free man now. It's high time he put the round table behind him.
Okay, so you just offer spirit tuning as usual.
I see. You're here for some spirit tuning. I see.
Alright, let's go to Hugh now.
I knew you'd be back. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Aww. This dialogue changed. Why are you still making weapons?
Weren't you listening? As I've always said, you came to challenge the demigods and their god, to slay them. And as long as you do, I will always smith your weapons. It is what I wish. To smith a weapon for you to slay a god.
Right, well, speaking of which, actually, Hugh, we can get our Naga keyboard at plus 23 And we just need 6 more smithing stone 8, and then we'll be able to get this to plus 25. I can actually sell something. I did have a dupe here, the forked hatchet, so I can just sell that real quick.
Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing. Lay out your arm.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to Roderica again and see if she has anything else.
I see. You're here for some spirit tuning.
About Hugh.
Oh, is that right? So Master Hugh won't listen to you either. You have my thanks regardless. I'll try and talk him round next time. I know he was given this great entreaty to craft a weapon which could slay a god. Though I can't help but think of it as a curse. A fearsome curse. Put on him by Queen Marika. And if that's the case, I'm not sure there's anything we can do. I see. You're here for some spirit tuning. I see.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Hugh again and see if he has anything new.
Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
What happened to her?
I've upset the girl. She says that now my chains are broken, I'm free. But if I stay here, I will be ruined with the round table. What use have I for freedom now? I smith weapons to slay a god. I have lived and will die doing so upon this spot. Is there any other way?
Alright, let's go back to Roderica.
I see. You're here.
Oh no, that's where it ends. That's it. That's his dialogue. He will live so and die so on that very spot.
I see.
When the player has to absolutely strain to max out 2 regular type weapons without purchasing materials. Yeah. It's brutal.
Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Yeah, there's no convincing him to leave. He will burn with this place. Fia's gone, obviously, so the only other person left in the Round Table hold at this point is our beloved fellow tarnished Gideon. Hey Gideon, fucker. Hope you're doing terrible today.
You burned the Erdtree, didn't you? Then the Round Table is soon to follow. No need to fret about that. The Round Table hold served to put a tarnished upon the throne of Elden Lord. And if the Erdtree needed to burn for that to happen, then the Round Table must go as well. I'll stay at the Round Table for a time. I must learn all that can be taken from this place, and sear it into my memory. How could I call myself the All-Knowing if I did any less? The pursuit of knowledge is without end, for knowledge is never a thing complete. Thus, I maintain the mantle of all-knowing. Perhaps the same could be said of guidance. Who's to say whether we'll remain who we are, once the fight is finished? What do you think? As one who aspires to become Elden Lord. Well, what is it now? Well, what is it now?
Oh, and that's all of his dialogue. Liar! Yeah, even the player messages hate this guy. Yeah, quick summon glue Gideon to the floor. Yeah, more like the old blowing.
Well, what is it now?
Alright, that's everything at the Round Table hold. I'm not gonna travel back to, like, the lands between proper. We'll see the effects of what we did later. I think we just continue on with Farah Missoula for now.
Well, what is it?
He's not allowed to take that title from me, so true. Actually, I think we can drop some bell bearings off of the Twin Maiden husks. No we don't. Never mind, I lied. Thought of you as I typed it. Very nice. Yeah, no, there's really nothing else that we can do here. I guess I could buy more stone sword keys. I don't see much point in doing so. I'll do it anyway. I don't need to buy any smithing stones because I can't get the tiers that I want. Alright, Dung Eater's room's been burnt, obviously. Yeah, that's kind of it. I love how the round table hold started out as so lively and, you know, full of so many different tarnished on their own missions, and now this is it. And God, does it feel lonely. Hey, Anya. Just want to talk to you one more time. I don't know if this will be the last time I ever see you or not.
Don't worry, my dear. I'll see it to the end with you, if it please.
Okay. That's everything.
Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Alright, let's head back to Farum and... We can explore a little bit and have a break, or just have a break straight away. I don't really mind either way. I kinda want to teleport back to this Grace and, like... But I don't want to see what's become of the Erdtree until I'm done with this area, and, you know, like, keep it a surprise. Yeah, okay, we'll take the break now. Thank you for the self-care, Redeem Wife. I'm just double-checking all the stuff that I recently picked up. Yeah, we did actually get some golden arrows with the Erdtree Great Bow, which is pretty nice. Although these are not great arrows, they're just regular arrows. Sorry, just checking some item descriptions again. Alright. Yeah, that was pretty much a story-focused hour there. Now with that all out of the way, we can properly start exploring Crumbling Farum Azula, which we won't do all of it in this stream, obviously. I'm expecting that we will have it done by the end of the week, though, because we'll, like, have 2 streams later in the week, basically dedicated to exploring it, and if we get ahead of that, then I guess we do the remaining stuff in the, I guess, the lost area, and then we stop right before the final boss, and then it'll be Shadow of the Erdtree time. Very, very exciting. Alright, so thank you so much for being here, everyone. I really do appreciate it. A little bit sad about losing Melina. A little bit sad about losing the round table hold, kind of. You know, it being burned and all. I think we'll still have access for it, like, until, you know, we hit credits, which, you know, that's the end of the game anyway. But yeah. I'm at least glad that Melina was able to fulfill her purpose. Because she wanted to be kindling for the Giant's Flame. So I don't really blame her for just doing what she wanted to do. But, you know, maybe in another timeline, we would have listened to Shibriri and sacrificed ourselves instead as kindling. Who knows? Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go for that break. I'll see you all in a couple minutes, and we'll be back with some actual exploration of Crumbling Farum Azula after the break. I'll see you all then. Take care, everyone. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. It's always appreciated. Alright, let's properly begin our journey through crumbling Farum Azula now that we've had some time for the story to breathe. Had some, some emotional moments, I would say. And yeah, we'll just continue on. I did double check my questline notes, so we need to make sure that we do every questline thing here before we do the final boss of Crumbling Farum Azula. So I saw it, it was like, it's like the boss after the Great Bridge Grace or something. It'll be pretty obvious when it's like the final boss of Farum Azula. So yes, we need to make sure that we do mainly 2 separate things here for 2 different characters, and that will be that. And then one of them is for Bernal, which I think is how you get one of the legendary weapons, which we need for all Steam achievements anyway. So just gotta make sure I'm extra careful here with not accidentally finishing this place before I intend to. But I don't think that would be an issue for me per se. I tend to be incredibly thorough. A little bit too thorough, if you ask me. I was just backtracking this way because I did want to see if there was, like, anything near the starting area that I hadn't done. Because there was, like, a drop down I could do. And hey, maybe one of these beastmen will drop some unique stuff. But yeah, it's so cool that, like, Farum Azula is a place that's teased so much since the very start of the game. And now we're finally here. And everyone who's played Elden Ring mentions this, but when you go out of the Cave of Knowledge at the very start of the game, or the Stranded Graveyard, you can see the Forge of the Giants from that initial view of Limgrave. And of course the Erdtree as well, so it's like, the game is screaming at you. It's a little bit of foreshadowing. And of course, all the item descriptions that you obtain along the way to here obviously hype this place up. I was wondering if I could, like, drop down there, but that's definitely a no-no. I guess we can continue on ahead. Because, yeah, we started out here. Shabriri is gonna be pissed at us. In fact, I don't know if Shabriri will despawn from his current location or not, because I do know that you get Yr's armor, either by killing Shabriri or, like, progressing to a certain point in the game, I think. Or, like, doing the stuff with the Frenzied Flame. They played Spinoza Lumi? I have not. I don't know if I ever will, because I do have a fear of the ocean, actually. The ocean's very scary. Not my friend Ocean, but the ocean. Dragon ahead, therefore good luck. Visions of dragon. Dragon ahead. Try fleeing. Oh, is this another gimmick boss fight? Are we just doing Dark Souls 3 all over again? We are. Well, this can't be worse than the Ancient Dragon boss fight, right? From Dark Souls 3? Where the game, like, literally screams at you, you have to do a plunging attack to kill it. Oh. Hi there. I want to see, how much damage do I do? Not much. Ancient Dragon moment. I don't think I'm gonna entertain you. I'll just continue along. Ah, there's an item there though. Ugh. Is it worth dying for like a golden rune age? Yes, it is. Oh, it's Dragon Wound Grease. Okay. Haha, very funny game. Unfortunately, greases don't work on my weapon. That's why I've got 2 other weapons that could be infused. Okay. We can go up here. But we'll probably get enough Smithing Stone 8s here to fully upgrade our Nagakiba by the end of this place if I'm thorough enough. Let me quickly just reset the dragon. Thank goodness the flames could not hit through there. Okay. I wanted to see if there was like anything along this way. Gotta check every nook and cranny. You know, on a first Souls playthrough, I gotta check every nook and cranny. But no, there's nothing here. Well, I'm assuming we'll get to kill that ancient dragon at some point. Because I don't really feel like brute forcing it on that section. I don't mind if someone elaborates and say like, yes, you get to fight that ancient dragon later instead of there. But if I do have to fight it there, then I guess I better use my Nagakiba then. And I better start dumping points into Arcane. I do like to also stop and pay attention to environmental details every now and again. It seems like, yeah, these were like maybe potentially royal beastmen with all the gold and whatnot. Thought that, I think that one just lives there. Have you fought Lanciax? Yes, I have. We've done every single boss available in the game up until this point, with the exception of DLC. So if you are gonna ask like, oh, have you fought Fortisax or whatever? Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, Lanciax is the sister of Fortisax, who Fortisax became corrupted by the influence of death trying to help Godwyn, which is very sad. So we can go this way or we can go out on the rooftops. Don't like the Fortisax fight? Over here trying to figure out which bosses you haven't beaten so far. Yeah, it's not a question of which bosses I have beaten, it's the ones I haven't yet. So it would be every single boss from this location and any of like the final bosses of the base game. Like, you know, once you leave Farum Azula and go back to the lands between. Versus item head, therefore seek ahead. Yeah, the Fortisax fight is, you know, it's just like an ancient dragon fight that kind of reskinned a little bit, and annoying Death Blight going on, if I remember correctly. I think, do I want to jump there though? No, that's a terrible idea. Let's not do that. That's it, really? Yeah. Yeah, we've done everything. This is the most complete first playthrough you could ever do of Elden Ring, aside from the mutually exclusive, like, questline stuff. I shoot Fortisax as the lightning bear. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's been so long since we last fought Fortisax. Someone who hates Deathblight. Yeah, I honestly don't remember the fight all that well because we kind of beat it, not on our first go, I think, but like on our second or third try. But to be fair, I've been very over-leveled throughout the entire game because, as it turns out, From Software didn't expect you to do every single boss. And look at all these beastmen, like... I mean, this is like the graveyard for them, basically. Gravelstone. Smithing stone 6. Oh, there's a legendary item here. It's gonna be a smithing stone though, which I don't need ancient dragon smithing stones anymore. I have like 7 of them. Oh no, okay, it's a great grave glovewort. Never mind, I'm happy to have those. Yet I don't use spirit ashes. Down ahead. Yeah, it looks like we can go that way, or should go that way. And yeah, we do have access to the DLC. We did defeat Moog. And Needle Knight Letta did spawn in after we sat at the Grace, but we haven't talked to her yet, because I'm saving her and DLC stuff for once we've done everything in the base game aside from the final boss. So, you know, we just said to Needle Knight Letta, hey, we'll be back in a couple of 100 hours. We'll see you all then. Good luck finding Nicola, I guess. I don't know much about her other than she's just Hot Lady Knight. Have you seen her without her helmet, Lumi? Yes, I have. She's very pretty. The reason why I know, like, her name and, like, what she looks like is because, obviously being a From Software fan, I could not escape a lot of things of Shadow of the Erdtree, but I've stayed unspoiled with most of Shadow of the Erdtree, I believe. I just know that Needle Knight Letta is, like, one of the, I guess, main characters of the DLC. And I don't want to hear anything more than that. So all you people about to type, like, oh my god, I can't wait until you fight, like, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Zip it. Zip it. I'm just quickly scouting out what, like, places I can go to here. And I want to go this way first, I think. No, something incredible ahead. Have to check if it's a hidden wall. There's no durability in this game, so it doesn't hurt to check. Out this way. Seek left, so to speak. You don't have the right. Yeah, because right kills you. Gorgeous view ahead. Nice and golden runes. Oh, we can see the Erdtree here. It's burning. Yeah, now that I have a proper view out here. So time isn't paused here in Farum Azula, but I wonder if, like, because this is a place considered to be beyond time, if time is, like, slowed here, potentially, or not. Because that Erdtree is definitely not gonna be burnt. It's resisting fate, it seems. This area definitely reminds me of the Dragon Area from Dark Souls 2 and also the equivalent from Dark Souls 3 that I don't remember the name of. Be wary of ambush. Oh, I see, so we've been here. Oh, I see, I see. This looks familiar. Hi, Isaac. It's nice to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. I mean, to be honest, a lot of people who play Shadow of the Erdtree still don't know everything in Shadow of the Erdtree. That is true. Priam says, I saw someone fighting the final boss in a clip on Twitter day one. I was like, come on. Yeah, I know a lot of people like to binge their games and whatnot, but we're not like this here. And this is a very lore-centric playthrough of Elden Ring, so... like... anyone spoiling lore or, like, upcoming boss fights is a certified asshole. So instead of watching Vati videos, you can come to me instead and I can lore dump you. Funny because usually resisting fate means more fire. Yeah, exactly. What? Oh. Liable to be eaten by Mooney. So true. Sorry I'm just running in circles at the moment. I tend to do that. I have to like focus all of my energy on exploring, otherwise I'll just end up running in loops. Okay, so this is the start of this section again. And then yeah, that's the outdoor area. Okay, I think I know where I am now. I typically don't talk too much or read chat too much when I'm like in a dungeon like this, because it's not that I'm ignoring people, it's that I genuinely cannot focus on where I'm going if I don't lock in on the exploration. It's a disabled moment. Here, we've been out there. Okay. Just like mentally checking off where I've been. It also helps me like talk out loud and basically mentally check off where I have and haven't been. Stop it with your incantations. Okay, that's another grace there, huh? I guess we can activate this and then go back. I'm not gonna sit at it though. If there's that dragon still there. I guess we'll try and kill that dragon before the end of stream, if it doesn't move anywhere and you fight it later. That just will be a pain in the ass. Ancient Dragon Prayer Book, nice. Ancient Dragon Prayer Book. Prayer Book of the capital's ancient dragon cult. A lost tome that never reached the lands between. Contains red lightning incantations. Can be given to a learned cleric to gain access to the following incantations: Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear and Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. Alright, so we can give that to Muriel whenever I feel like it. Because I'm not giving it to Karin. I'm giving them to Muriel. Okay. Oh, sorry, just checking which ones this gives you access to. Lightning Spear. Okay. Yeah, so like an upgraded Lightning Spear and Lightning Strike. Alright. Just checking if there's anything else around here before we continue ahead. Taste my lightning. Ah, forget it, resets a faith stat. Urge to get out of myself if Leda, or sorry, Leda, it's Leda, right? Yeah, Leda increases the more I spend time around her. Aw, that's very sweet. Oh no, Tarnish, that's heresy. We could possibly, unless... Never mind Karin right now. He's having a mental breakdown over Gold Mask wanting to burn the Erdtree. Because the last time we saw them both was at the Mountaintops of the Giants, and yeah, Karin was having a fucking mental breakdown. It's like, Master, why? Why do you want to burn the Erdtree? Because Gold Mask is based. That is why. I'm holding the book and looking at you. Yeah, Muriel's like, nom nom heresy, because, you know, all things can be conjoined. How'd that get in there? Why is it always dog? Weak foe? Yeah, definitely weak foe. Okay, that's definitely everything in this section. Yep. So we're good to go ahead, I think. Alright, did we go this way? I don't think we did. No, we haven't been this way. First off, precious item. We did get precious item. If by that you're referring to... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Nice, thank you for the hero's rune. I will not be using it. I am a rune hoarder. I mean, it's not like I need them. My character's nearly, like, level 180, so... We're gonna be, like, level 200 by the time of the DLC, it feels like, almost. But I do know that, like, please don't tell me the specifics, because I want to uncover it for myself, but... Apparently the DLC has its, like, own unique form of scaling, so even if I'm level 200 going into it, then... Yeah, 175. Then that should balance the playing ground a little bit more, I think. Correct. Yeah, it's not hard to become very over-leveled when you do all bosses, and take your time and, you know, smell the roses. I'm so sorry that I've been running in circles here. I will go down the lift now, I think. Besides, if I miss any items, I can always just look it up off stream and then backtrack to grab them. Being overdulled is unlikely to ruin it for you is the biggest answer I can give. Okay. I mean, it just means that we'll be able to use more DLC weapons and stuff, because I'm gonna be dumping points into primarily Faith and Arcane at this point now. Because we've already got Vigor at 60, we've got Strength at its soft cap, same with Endurance, when it comes to the equip load side of it. Or, no, when it comes to the stamina side of it, sorry. Actually, why did I pull that lever? I'm pretty exhausted. I can absolutely tell this. We can go over this way. That looks like that could be a potential boss fight. Alright, there's also a map of this whole entire area. I want to check that out, but I also want to check out this over here. I hear voices. Oh no, not the worm faces. Oh goodness, please burn. Destined Death, do your thing. Not to me, but to them. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I need to equip the Prince of Death's Prostule. Or like the upgraded version of it. Where is it? Before they aggro on me. It is the Prince of Death's Cyst. Thank you, Godwin. The greatest contribution you've ever made to Elden Ring gameplay. And to lore, I guess. Oh my god. Please hit. Okay, there we go. Hit again. Oh, close one, eh? Ah, Elden Ring, so to speak, to spare. Let's see what's over here. Be wary of left. Oh, I see you. Oh my gosh, stop it. I don't want to get death blighted. These things are surprisingly tanky. Even with all the levels under my belt. Alternate leveling system doesn't use runes. You can invest all your money into trying and upgrading new weapons. Nice. Watch me stick with Ordovis's greatsword despite it all. Because I love this weapon. Yes, I will take one of the best weapon skills for 15 FP at a pop. For 15 FP a pop, thank you. I didn't need to drink that. I meant to drink that one instead. Ladder! Yeah! The one-way ladder. No hiding place ahead. Make me want to use it. That's really fun. And there's a lot more, like, optimizations you can do with it, obviously, but, I've got the Godfrey icon with it. And I think here at this location you do actually get a talisman that boosts skill damage. So you could, like, really optimize it. Go all out. Oh, there is actually a ladder there. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Just gonna run back this way and just try taking one at a time. Oh, come on, please. Black flame. There we go. Oh my god. You can tell I typically don't, like, play casters, but I tried to play a paladin when I first played Dark Souls Remastered, and that was, like, very disappointing. And people told me that miracles were good in this game, or incantations as they're called here. So, I'm finally living my dream of being a paladin in a game where being a paladin doesn't suck. Ooh, that was close. You could also just throw lightning spears at them, but that'll do. Sword in the DLC, that might be super good for your playstyle. Hope you find it and enjoy it. Oh, I mean, we're gonna be finding everything in the DLC, so... Ellen build DSR needs a lot of stats. Just also the fact that Faith kind of sucks ass in Dark Souls 1. We could actually turn in the prayer book now and try the Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear, if I meet the stat requirements. So we're currently at 31 Faith, which is not bad at all. We can go up this ladder. Probably do that before we go over there. Also want to check out that blank area that kind of looks like there might have been like a boss there or something. I don't know. Even that game is like bows in this game, low damage, good utility. Yeah, that's what I primarily use incantations for in Dark Souls 1, is like, grab yourself the homeward incantation, because it's just a free homeward bone. And maybe heal if you run out of flasks while exploring, and that's kind of it. I think I got to New Game Plus in Dark Souls Remastered. I was using Havel's Magic Barrier for the Four Kings fight. Yeah, I don't like New Game Plus in Souls games, and Four Kings is one of the reasons why. Stat-inflated Four Kings is so unfun. But I did have to play through New Game Plus to like New Game Plus 2, I think, because I did get all Steam achievements in DSR. I think heal has more merits in Dark Souls 2 because of the limited flasks. Well, I mean, life gems are really easily accessible. You can buy them infinitely, so... DS2 had the best New Game Plus. Oh, without a doubt, absolutely. If I had to force myself to play any Souls New Game Plus, like, outside of the context of going for full completion for all Steam achievements, then I would play DS2. Nice, number smithing stone. Rot ahead. Yeah, it's the Erdtree. I guess also... No, we can't. We can absolutely not see the Halig tree from here. Sadness ahead, try jumping. That path there? I guess... Yeah, that's the only way to get there, so... Is there anything we can do from here? It doesn't really seem like it. I do want to backtrack and, like, look at that big area. I'm gonna do that. It's like an empty field, so I'm assuming there's the boss there, maybe? I have to check anyway. Because, yeah, we are picking up all items, we're doing all quest lines, we're reading all item descriptions, like, we are doing as much as it is possible to do in a single playthrough of Elden Ring. To have the most complete experience. I still have my flask of wonder, or my wondrous physic flask, so I want to see what this leads to. Dragon ahead. Oh, is it a dragon fight? Well, is it an easy dragon fight? Only one way to find out. Precious item? I guess I got swooped on here. Yeah, I guess I can just grab the item and go. Although the... Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the item and go. Thank you for the smithing stone. Why is there a message there? I need to know! Okay. Oh no, I'm getting killed here. Oh, that was close. Very, very close. You don't follow me around, do you? Okay, thank goodness. I don't know if those dragons respawn or not, if you kill them. That's what I'm wondering. I would like to actually know that, by the way. That's not me just saying a rhetorical question if they do respawn on death or not. Because if they don't respawn on death, then I would consider fighting them. I just use my Nagakiba though, because bleed. They don't respawn. Okay. Maybe not in this stream then, maybe next stream. But yeah, I've got to kill both of them then. I've never killed one here. Well, that's why I'm here to truly explore the game. They're each unique. Okay. Might wait until my arcane status leveled up a little bit first, but yeah, we could use the Nagakiba and just like try to bleed them to death, because smacking them to death before Dorvis's greatsword sounds a bit tedious. I mean, we could spam Ordovus's vortex, but that's kind of hard. Actually, no, it's not hard if you're spamming the uncharged version, but full charge is hard to land. Yeah, I wanted to check out this section here. I'm gonna get killed if I try to fight them, though. It's the problem. No attacking ahead. Oh, are they friendly? Precious item ahead. By the way, try stealth. I mean, I could. I don't really like doing stealth mechanics in Elden Ring, though. I can just grab and go. That's an option. I could equip the rejuvenating boluses. They would be pretty handy here. And another smithing stone 8. We love to see it. The game is very generous with handing out smithing stones, but it's not generous enough if you want to use multiple weapons. Oh! Woodpecker's Bell-Bearing 3. Nice. They're a lot more generous with the Brave Glovewort flowers than they are with smithing stones. Because yeah, God forbid you want to use 3 weapons on your character and like have them all be max level. At this point in the game, it's just saving a bit of runes. Yeah. We don't have the bell bearing to purchase smithing stone 8s though. Not yet anyway. Because I think you get access to one of those? I'm not sure. Yeah, if they're not attacking me, I'll leave them alone. Also considering the fact that, I have used my lost Crimson Flask. Final smithing bell bearings are coming up soon. Oh, okay, thank goodness. I'm very excited for that. So that, yeah, when we play the DLC, we'll just be able to, like, fully upgrade anything. And I won't, like, feel as restricted. But, I mean, I typically stick to, like, 1 or 2 weapons. Yeah, I stick to, like, 1 or 2 weapons for most Souls playthroughs. Hey, beaten the final boss of the base game. No, I have not. I don't want to be spoiled on it either. And so yeah, we're going to be playing through Shadow of the Erdtree, having done everything in the base game except the final boss. Just checking, thank you. If you're not spoiled, but I'm guessing you won't be surprised. Yeah, especially like when you do such a lore-heavy playthrough like I'm doing here, you can kind of just tell what most of the boss fights are going to be based on contextual clues. It's like, oh, Melania's at the Halig Tree. I wonder if we're going to fight Melania. But, the game hasn't really hinted much about what's going to happen inside the Erdtree. Other than... You know, there's some bits of lore that we know about regarding, like, the insides of the Erdtree, I suppose. But I'm not gonna say anything, because if I do, then people might think I actually know what the final boss is, and then they might actually say spoilers. But, I mean, Marika's in there. Like, that's really easy, because Enya literally tells you that at the round table hold. That's not hidden away in an item description. That's something the game explicitly goes out of its way to tell you. Is that everything in this slower section here? I guess it is. I guess we just keep going along the main path now? Big foe ahead? I just like to hit walls as well sometimes. Walk into the Erdtree and Bowser tells me my princess is in another castle. It's gonna be Godfroy too. Godfroy will show up and be like, "Heh, you thought you defeated me in that Everjail. Wrong! It's Godfroy time, fucker!" And then he does the Godfroy punch that one-shots you. And if it one-shots you, then it also deletes your save file. Because Godfroy is that strong. Godfroy is the funniest part of Elden Ring lore that I've experienced thus far. Like, what do you mean there's a fucking member of the Golden Lineage just in an Everjail that presumably betrayed the Erdtree family during the Shattering? Godfrey, Godfroy, Godfrey, sorry. Blech, words are hard. I know, right? Alright, yeah, so we've done it. Okay, no, we've done everything there. Is literally just Godric. Yeah. But then in Night Rain, they gave Godric, or no, sorry, they gave Godfroy a unique second phase in Night Rain. Because it's, I don't think it's Godric in Night Rain. Because if it was Godric in Night Rain, then he would have the, like, grafted dragon on his arm, but he doesn't, so... A lot of people speculate that the boss in Night Rain is actually just Godfroy with a brand new second phase included. But when Godfroy yelled, "It's Godfroy time," and Godfroy everywhere, exactly. And Godfroy time makes me think Morphin time. He pretty much is just the Morbius of Elden Ring, in the way that, like, I've been joking about him, at least, you know, hyping him up as, like, this great antagonist, having so much lore, and it's like, you go on the fandom wiki page for Godfroy, and there's, like, 2 sources of lore. There's, like, 2 item descriptions that ever mention him, and 1 lore monument that vaguely alludes to his existence. And that's it. Want to do a 5-person Power Rangers playthrough? That could be fun. Right, yeah, I've spent enough time running in circles, so... I think we can just warp back to the most recent Grace, but also I'm not against just running back there. No, I'll warp. Just facing balcony... I think this one. Roderick himself had such insane final boss energy, he's just the first boss. He's weakest of the demigods, though. Oh, there we go. Slumberstone Miner's Bell Bearing 4. Nice. But I get what you mean. Because From Software did go all out with, like, the boss presentation in this game. Like, every boss has this grand opening cutscene with a monologue that they say, and they say monologues throughout the fight when you defeat them. When playing through the game from a lore perspective, you're just constantly told throughout Limgrave that Godric is a loser. And that he is. Okay, I know we've been down here before, I'm really exhausted, so I feel the need to double check. So if you're here, like, waiting for me to get to insert spoiler boss fights here or whatever, it's not gonna happen in this stream, without a doubt. Yeah, so we've done everything along here. I always say, like, if you're here to watch me fight Melania or whatever, just skip ahead like 3 hours in the VOD, and then you'll actually find it, because it's always like a bunch of hours of exploration and then 5 minutes of fighting whatever boss people hype up. Although in Melania's case, she was pretty difficult. I raged so hard at insert spoiler boss fights. Like, I can tell that we're probably gonna fight Malekith here. That's my guess, because, well, Malekith has been mentioned multiple times as the current bearer of the Rune of Death, and it was made pretty apparent that to actually get into the Erdtree, we do need the power of the Rune of Death. So, like, there's another instance of, like, if you do a very lore-centric playthrough where, like, you do every questline and read every item description, you can kind of make predictions or figure out, like, approximately when you're going to be fighting certain demigods, or if you're going to be fighting them at all. Because the only demigods we haven't fought in the lore have been Ronnie and Mikola. And I'm wondering if we will fight Mikola at some point in the DLC. Who knows? Because, I mean, you fight Melania, so it wouldn't be so far as a stretch as to think that you would fight her brother. Lumi, when I did all the boss streams, someone asked about Melania, and I said come back in 10 hours, 12 hours later, they came back just in time. That's awesome. Oh, let's look at the item descriptions of the bell bearings we got. Somberstone Miner's Bell Bearing 4. The bell bearing of a miner who once dug for somber smithing stone. Offer to the twin maiden husks at the round table hold to gain access to the following items. Somber smithing stone 7, 8, and sanctuary stone. And then glovewort, picker's bell bearing 3. The bell bearing of a forager who picked grave glovewort flowers. Offer to the twin maiden husks at the round table hold to gain access to the following items. Yep, grave glovewort 7, 8, and 9. Nice. I feel like we're not going to make all that much progress throughout the rest of the stream, because I think I'm going to end this one around like the 3-hour mark. We'll explore a little bit ahead here, and then I think we'll wrap up. Secret item? Still no mushroom. I can't believe there's no mushrooms in Fair Missoula. No wonder the place is crumbling. It's definitely not, like, crumbling... Actually, I don't know why it's crumbling. Probably just because we burnt the Erdtree, I would assume, but that wouldn't explain why the ruins had been crashing down to the lands between before we even arrived here. Visions of friend? Oh, Alexander! He's there! Yeah, we gotta meet him here. That's also another thing we have to do. What friend? Seek here, but visions of fortitude. Undead ahead. Be wary of jump attack. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fall from there. Let's drop down. Unga bunga! Oh, and you're a skeletal beastman. Well, by the power of the Golden Order, I smite thee. Even though I hate the Golden Order, it's just... the power to kill those who live in death is pretty nice. From a gameplay sign. So if you never take the item from the first summoning pool sign, it appears above all of them. That's so funny. Had them lighting my way. Why is it always plump sort? Oh yeah, because we can't get in there. If we use the Minish Cap, though, we can get in there. From The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. For those of you who haven't played that game, the gimmick is that the Minish Cap, well, it shrinks Link. Because Minish... No item ahead. I do also appreciate when people write messages saying no item ahead, because it helps me out specifically. People like me who are obsessed with grabbing everything on every playthrough. So, we're gonna use our Knight's Greatsword here. It's got heavy infusion on it, because we have Sacred Blade, and Sacred Blade just allows us to, obviously, one-tap those who live in death. Oh, I meant to do a light jump attack. River ahead. Oh, yeah, you're not wrong about that. I'm still in combat though, apparently. And that's the diminished cap free. If one of the diminished cap and I didn't shrink, everything is worse. Oh. Oh, another somber smithing stone. Try fingers. Oh my goodness, another finger butthole joke. What next? Amazing chest ahead? I'm so tired of the sex jokes from Saul's messages. Where of sniper there? All the more try skill. You mean try rushing ahead. That's how I deal with snipers, as I just charge at them. And obviously, like, dodging and sometimes using a shield to, like, block arrows. Where's the giant sword? Never range battle, therefore try target lock. Rushing ahead is the skill, it is. What I do on most subsequent playthroughs of a Souls game when I already know what I'm doing and where I'm going. Okay. I don't think Lightning Spear hits from here, does it? No. Repaired. Okay, luring out. Cool. Nope, nearly fell there. Sacred Blade is, like, honestly one of my favorite weapon skills. It's so good. Okay, that archer's still shooting us. Is that a grace ahead? Oh, we could end the stream there. That'd be like a perfect little checkpoint. Yeah, I guess I don't get to deal with that archer until later, like as a mostly melee specialist. Oh, nope. Didn't mean to drop down there, but that's okay. Because I was curious about this drop down anyway. Like, yeah, I was gonna come down here at some point anyway, so it's nice that I went down here. You get Sacred Blade and Limgrave from a Godric Knight that's, like, on horseback. And if you want to kill those who live in death, like, really, really quickly, then it's your go-to. Expect precious item? No, you can't fool me. I'm not that gullible. I can't remember. It's like a huge damage increase against those who live in death. For real, which one? I think it's on, like, the northern side of Limgrave. I pull up the map. Where is he? Roughly around here, I think? Yeah, like around this general area. Or like around here? I think no, it's there. I think it's that spot right there. Hopefully my memory's right, though. Yeah, definitely it's like a northern plateau area where there's like a bunch of ruins around. That birds have like -40 holy resist. Yeah, and then also Sacred Blade gives you like some ridiculous amount of damage increase to those who live in death. Like, it's like plus 20% or something. It just shreds them instantly. It's not that one, that one's Golden Vow. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's somewhere else in Limgrave then. I think it's to like the east then? Yeah, I think it's to the east. It's, oh yeah, it's a scarab, right. Revenge. Time for revenge. Thank you, Melissa, for the self-care redeem. I'll probably be wrapping up stream. That'll be my self-care. Thank you for the head pats. Oh no, I remember it now. You get Sacred Blade near the teleporter to the Bestial Sanctum. So it would be around here-ish, I think. Yeah, it should be from a scarab around here. If we keep telling you to go to all these castles, I'm already right here. So true, man. We got another great grave glove wart. That's kind of a tongue twister. Should add that to my route. Yeah, I like, especially if you're doing all bosses, I would definitely recommend slapping on Sacred Blade to just deal with the death birds. Because it just makes them so much easier to do. the tedium is gone, basically. And, I mean, it also, like, helps during gank fights, with those who live in death, where, like, you don't have to hit them an additional time when they're down. It's called Double Star Fist in their skulls. Yeah! Charge heavy for life. Star Fists are so fun to use. I use them a bunch in Night Rain. Very good for that Cemetery Shade plus Skeletons fight. Yeah! Friend ahead. Seek Tarnished. Only had a night. Alright, this will be our Lost Grace here. I just wanted to see, is there like... We'll probably go meet Alexander next time. I guess we can also... No, let's just do some quick little jobs here. Actually, no, we'll save that for next time. When I say quick little jobs, I mean just like dropping off our bell bearings, going to Muriel, etc. But we can save that all for next time. Now, this is the Dragon Temple Grace. We started all the way here, and... Oh, I see, we're going around like kind of clockwise. We're going all the way over here. We've made it to here now. Gonna go through here. Yes, all the way through here, and then end up... I mean, that's obviously where our final boss will be for Farum Azula. Can't get a level up. I don't really feel like crushing any runes for it. No item descriptions that we really need to read, so that's pretty much everything. And we'll continue on with more of Farum Azula later in the week. Hey Looney, we're just about getting wrapped up here, but thank you so much for stopping by regardless. I really do appreciate it. I was just double checking like all the loot that we got this stream. But yes, we did burn the Erdtree. Melina is gone, but at least she did fulfill her purpose. To serve as kindling for the flame. Alright, let's head over here. 181 hours played. Let's go. And let's exit out here. Also, I did miss a chat message or two. I wanted to scroll up and check those before we wrapped up here. Shark says the issue about me is that all my knowledge about Elden Ring is from memes, and I have no idea if they are spoilers or not. Yeah, it's probably good to just play on the safe side with those things then. Thank you for the stream, Moon. Me gotta go. I'm Lumi! I'm not Moon! Although I'm assuming, yeah, you're saying hi to Moon there. Oh, I got a Steam achievement from that play session. Erdtree Aflame! Oh, what a coincidence. I didn't actually know that was what the achievement was called. Used kindling to set the Erdtree aflame. Miss input, I say. Alright, well, let's get things all wrapped up here then. Thank you so much everyone for coming by to stream. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, not much progress in today's stream, just like a bunch of story stuff, but I'm glad that we got this story stuff out of the way, and we'll be back later in the week with more Elden Ring, continuing through the rest of Farum Azula. We're going to be saying hi to our friend Alexander, and yeah, that'll be that. So we're definitely going to be ready to start the DLC by the end of the year at the rate that we're going, I think. So please look forward to that. Alright, let me quickly promote the socials and the Discord. You know where to find me off stream. I post about stuff that I'm doing off stream on both Blue Sky and Discord, and I do also put up my stream schedules on those platforms. And I do also upload these Elden Ring VODs onto YouTube as well. So hey, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, thank you so much for sitting through the whole thing, or leaving it in the background, or whatever you did with it. Alright, let me thank everyone who came by to stream. We'll talk about what we're doing for the rest of the week, and then we'll find someone to raid off into. Thank you so much for being here. Moon, thank you so much for being here. Melissa, thank you so much for being here. Alex Speedling, thanks for being here. Freenium Dude, thank you so much for being here. RPG Julie, thank you so much for being here. Sharks, thank you so much for being here. Ominous Trout, thanks for being here as well. Kaz, thanks for being here. Isaac Onzu and the Hidden Donut, and thank you so much for the raid, the Hidden Donut. Thank you for being here as well, Lanzy, and bringing along all the raiders. And I gotta keep scrolling. There's so many people to thank. I think that's mostly it. Just double checking here though. But obviously, whether you're here for a minute, an hour, the whole stream, you're just lurking or watching the VOD, it is all very much appreciated. Thanks for listening to me lusting over Letta. Well, when I get to know her, when I get to the DLC, I'll be able to see the appeal other than just Hot Lady Knight. But I mean, being a Hot Lady Knight is more than enough. Alright, just double checking, making sure I got everything here. Oh, and I guess also thank you for all the offline follows and whatnot, and thank you, Moon, for the 25 stream streak. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I was gonna say. Yeah, what more do you need? A personality? Lore? Aura? A cool sword? All those things. A lot of things. Oh, and thank you for being here as well, Looney. Thank you for popping in at the end here. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, we're not playing Shovel Knight. We're done with the Shovel Knight project now. We're going to be revisiting an indie game called Mortal Sin that I played a few years back during one of its first ever early access versions. It is a really, really cool first-person roguelike melee combat game. And, I mean, if you like Souls vibes, it's definitely got those. So yeah, I wanted to revisit that. I want to check it out again and see how it is with all the new updates that it's received since. Then, obviously, I have Thursdays off in my time zone, and then we will be back on Friday and Saturday at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time for more Elden Ring. We'll be going through the rest of Crumbling Fire Missoula. And then on Sunday at 12 p.m., we're not doing Monster Hunter Rise with Moon anymore since we finished that series. So we're going to be playing some Helldivers too, since it has been a while since I last did a Helldivers stream. And it's also been a while since I last played. I kind of took a break after a certain major arc in the story was nearing its end. So yes, we'll do that. I do want to start some more playthroughs in those time slots, but it's nearing the end of the year, and I kind of just want to wait until 2026 hits to really start up some new playthroughs. I already miss our series. I do as well, Moon. I do as well. It's wild to think that yes, I was streaming Monster Hunter Rise weekly for about 6 months, which is, it's just wild that that series is over now. And at some point this Elden Ring series is going to come to an end, and I'm going to feel empty after it as well. But you know, we have a bunch of other games that I want to work through, and I'm looking forward to starting all of those. But yeah, don't expect any new playthrough series for the rest of this year. We'll probably start some new smaller projects in January of 2026. Alright, so let's find someone to raid off into. We've got a couple of options here. I just wanna double check here. I don't know if this stream is gonna finish soon or not. So maybe I could check out a stream that hasn't been going for a while. No, you know what? Let's try and sneak into Marky's Dark Souls 2 stream before he wraps up. He's obviously playing Dark Souls 2 Skull of the First Sin, doing a first-time playthrough, getting all the Steam achievements. It is a blind playthrough without guides or anything, so he will inevitably miss things and need to look them up. But it seems like he's gonna do those in New Game Plus instead of during his first run-through. So let's get that raid up and going. Bam! Alright, thank you so much for being here, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world, everyone. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream. Take your meds in case you've forgotten. And the moral of this stream is, yes, do set the Erdtree on fire. Very good. Fuck the Golden Order, fuck America, fuck the Two Fingers, fuck the Greater Well. And yet, despite all of that, I don't believe in the One Great or the Three Fingers either. I'm not a Frenzied Flame believer. It might sound like I am, but no, I don't like them either. Ronnie is the only solution. She's the only one that can help us at this point. Oh, speaking of which, yes, Mem was also here, so thank you for being here, Memory Keishond. Especially fuck America. No, not in the sexual way. Not in the sexual way, if that's what you're trying to imply. I mean, she's probably pretty. Give me death by Snoo Snoo. That is valid. That is valid. Marika's tits, you must be hungry. Moon says, I'd ask for a weekly collab with you as a guest if it didn't mean making you stream 6 days a week. Well, I wouldn't mind just being a guest and not streaming my POV. I don't care that she's 2.5 meters tall. Alright, that's enough from me. Well, let's go right into Marky before he wraps up, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. It's raid time, baby. Oh yeah!